All right, next deck of the day. So a couple streams ago, we played a Riven Vi, a mid-range deck, and after playing those games and seeing another list, getting inspiration from another list, I decided to take a second crack at this as kind of like another take on this deck. Overall, I made it just a little bit more aggressively slanted, I would say. So we've taken out things like Thermo Beam, Ravenous Flock, for just copies of things like Mystic Shot and Get Excited. But previously the list was only running 2 Mystic Shot and 0 Get Excited, so I added these in. Just solid removal spells that can also be pointed at the enemy nexus when we need to close games out. Because we're not running Ravenous Flocks anymore, got rid of the Arachnoid Sentries, put in some Iron Ballistas in that slot. So 4/3 Overwhelm, just a solid aggressive unit. And the main difference and the where the deck takes its name from this card here, Might. So Might +3, give an ally +3 and Overwhelm this round. So obviously, decent combat trick to push damage in an aggressive deck when we're looking to just close games out. But Might in particular works very well with a Vi, because if she's at 6 attack, which means we've played at least 4 things while she was in our hand or in play, Might gives her +3, +1 for the spell played, and Overwhelm. So you can actually level her plus deal a big chunk of damage thanks to the Overwhelm with this card. And one of the great things about pairing Vi with Riven, or just the Reforged cards in general, is getting to use the Overwhelm card on her when her attack gets very high, so we can actually push a lot of damage. So having essentially like more copies, or like super copies of that card in the deck, seems worth exploring. Might also works very well with leveled Riven if we happen to get her leveled up in a game, because of her secondary ability that she doubles when her power is increased for the first time each round, increase it by twice as much. So if you have a leveled Riven, play a Might on her, and then she gets +6 Overwhelm. So that's a lot of power that you can add to the table for just 3 mana, at burst speed. Which would make her a 10/5 Overwhelm, which is nice. And what's great too is because you often find yourself in a situation where you want to put Blade of the Exile on her, but that gives you pass priority, because it's a slow spell. You pass priority to your opponent, giving them the opportunity to play things like Ruination or just develop their board more. So having a burst speed way of powering her up quite a bit to punch through for a lot of damage seems good. Yes, it doesn't give her quick attack, so they could trade with something with her, but still, like, it forces that trade. Still probably pushes through a lot of damage. And since we do have a lot of reach in this deck in the forms of Get Excited, Mystic Shot, Aftershock, good chance that that might be enough to push for lethal and end the game. As I mentioned, Vi works very well with the Reforged cards, which is why I've been exploring, her in this, exploring her pairing with Riven and the other Reforged cards, primarily Rune Reaver, because I just don't think the other ones are worth running in my experience right now. Giving Vi quick attack off of the 1 blade fragment, or even +2 attack, similar to Might, can get her to level up a little bit sooner than you otherwise would. So they all play very well, very nice together, and I'm interested to see, how this change feels. Also, Iron Ballista obviously works great with 2 of the 3 blade fragments, and I feel like Chempunk Pickpocket also works kind of well with them as well, to push damage and force the opponent to make awkward trades, or just allow you to get in for 3 or more and then get a card off of it. So yeah, just nice aggressively slanted deck that's doing something a little bit different with these off the back of Reforge, and just solid champions Riven Vi, which I'm having a lot of fun with it. Curious to see how these changes feel. So let's hop into some games and see if Riven and Vi can't carry us to platinum. That would be nice. Alright, I would imagine this is a very tough matchup right off the get-go. Probably keeping a Riven in hand I think is fine. I think the rest is a mulligan. Want like some of our early game. Chempunk Pickpocket is like one of the best things to be doing in this game. In fact, because Chempunk, in my experience, is almost always hitting, I think we full mulligan looking for it, because we have plenty of opportunities to drop a good 3-drop with this deck. So I think we're fine full mulliganing, and we get rewarded with a Vi at least, so that's nice to start leveling her quickly. No turn 2 play, sadly. Hopefully we'll run one off the top. If not, then, you know, we're just going to bank the spell mana, which makes this might free down the line at the very least. And we have a Sump Dredger. We probably want to just... Not looking too hot at the start here. I think I'm probably just going to play out the Sump Dredger. Okay, now we have a turn 3 play. So they could play a Tryndamere here, but we can actually punch through with our might. I don't think this is a card that's going to be on our opponent's radar. We also have Mystic Shot in hand, which probably is on our opponent's radar, which is why they opted not to block there. So it works out for us, actually. Actually quite okay with that. This might be a Riven turn. Or sorry, not a Riven turn. This might be a Vi turn. Because we could rummage away... What could we do? We could either play Puff Caps. I think that's what we want to do, actually.
Here comes the punchline!
Patience.
I think we'll pass. We'll see what we see what our opponent does. Aftershock. I kind of like blowing away one of these blockers to start and seeing where we go from there. Obviously, our opponent could have Vengeance in hand, which would be very bad for us. Maybe fearing Vengeance, I'm supposed to just develop the board a bit more. As is, Vi kills the Trundle, so I don't think we care about that. You can't might if I play that.
Trouble coming at ya! Eat this!
If I do this, they might not Vengeance Vi, take a block with the Tryndamere, and then we finish him off with a Mystic Shot. Because I'm fairly certain, or is it valuable trying to get them to use Vengeance on this? We trade this Might and this for a Vengeance, then they're leveling up Tryndamere though, or Trundle.
Come back next time.
The trouble with this play is that they tend to have Troll Chant in their deck. So...
I write the rules of power.
Okay. They've now tapped off of... They've tapped off of that, so we'll do this. Probably gonna play Ice Pillar here to start. It's fine.
These are troll lands.
Oh, they're going Trundle instead. Okay.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
think we'll go ahead and pass here. Is that true? How much damage could they cause if they do a full swing here? 5. We don't really have to worry about avalanche, so I think I'm actually okay. Is it the mushrooms might actually be relevant if they draw them. So I'm kind of hesitant to discard those. It might be the rummage, but we're more likely to find burn than they are to find mushrooms off the top of their deck. Second might is nice. They're doing 16 damage if they do a full swing. We're just gonna let it happen. That way we can have the potential to go wide around them. I guess we lose to Atrocity then this way, huh? Guess with that in mind I should have blocked something. I was a little hasty there. Perhaps. Who's the tiny one? You? Really? They just have nothing. Wow.
That stands for victory.
I thought we were gonna get pretty badly punished for our mistake there. They just have nothing, or like their fire alarm went off. Like I don't know. That was a pretty rapid concede. Because I don't think they were dead on board based on what we had. I think we'll get rid of these two. Looking for the others. They're on the you know, they're definitely a go hard deck. So looks like our first couple turns are going to be House Spider into Iron Ballista on our second attack step swing. Mystic Shot's probably going to be pointed at either a Twisted Fate or a Zap Scrapin, most likely. That annoying bugger. Captain Pharaoh pretty good against Ruination decks, just because, you know, they're forced to answer, you know, this big body. They, especially in Go Hard, because like the Pack Your Bags isn't strong enough to deal with him. Okay, am I playing the Iron Ballista or am I just swinging here for 3? I think it's Iron Ballista. I think we have the potential to get more damage in by playing this.
Nothing like the stink of blood and sweat.
I think I'm fine if they want to block here to block this later. I think the pushing this damage is okay. This is going to just get hit by Go Hard anyway. Because knowing that they can just kill this with Go Hard, they're likely just to block here anyway while they still can. Actually, they might even block here. In which case we push a lot of damage. More damage than we otherwise would have if we were being conservative, so I think that's worth it overall, for sure. Okay.
Keep up, keep up.
Plenty of cycling effects in hand. I think I can cycle this for this, and then we'll shoot the zap. We'll zap. Because he represents like a blocker for this 4/3 that will then get finished by Go Hard. Which they don't look like they have, because I think they would have played it here, but I could be wrong. I think this is an open attacks every time. Already down to 9. We have 3 points of reach in hand, plus a Captain Fair on down the line. Feels pretty good.
Be nothing left when I'm done.
I think I'm gonna do this.
Got ways to find me mushrooms.
We could potentially be playing into like a Ruination, but if they Ruinate us next turn, we have a lot of stuff we can do. We can play this and have a pretty good open attack. Opponent draining us quite a bit. They've already gained 4 back, which feels bad. They're not on Ruination mana, notably. So this might be a Riven Sump Dredger turn.
You pay, I talk to spirits. These are my rules.
A game. Go on then.
I think, as much as I want to point that upstairs, I think we're doing this to get rid of a blocker.
I don't change fate, but I can see it.
Best run while you can.
There is assistant! I see it!
These things are all very, very dead to go hard, so... Or to pack your bags, rather. Just gonna bank the spell mana.
Deal me in.
That's so dirty.
Something for all of you.
I think we're on the hope they don't have a vengeance in hand plan.
Through the coral.
I think we just let Zap hit us here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. We're still getting a card draw next turn. This feels bad, but I think we want to minimize their chances of finding a vengeance.
There's plenty of killing left. Dust. What's that you got there?
Of course, they found the vengeance. They probably have they probably have the pack your bags in hand too, knowing our luck. So
Keep up, keep up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, we're dead anyway, right?
I was born in battle and raised by war.
Okay, maybe we can live.
Through the coral.
Time to get rich.
It must be done.
How close is he to leveling? Not super close. So a pack your bags doesn't kill us. They don't really have any other form of reach. I guess sometimes their decks run Atrocity. They also run Ledros, which pack your bags into Ledros would kill us. So I'm probably supposed to Mystic Shot one of these things to prevent that. One, two, three, 4, 8, 12, 15. This could be potentially more. It's so annoying because they probably have it in hand anyway, right? I think I need to try this.
I talk to spirits. These are my rules.
Funny the hand lock deals you, don't you think?
'Tis a sharp tongue you've got there, River Snake.
They just have it anyway. Sure. So, what are our outs? I don't think we can win at this point. We can get them down to 4, and even if we draw Get Excited off the top, it just doesn't do anything. I don't, feels bad to try to like deny their draw so many times for them just to have backups or get their stuff anyway, but I don't think we win if we don't try that there. They just clear our board like a lot earlier. I don't know, maybe it's wrong. You could argue maybe that last one especially was suspect. But we wouldn't have killed them anyway because a single Get Excited doesn't do anything. I mean, we're just dead. Oh, fairly certain we're gonna see a Pack Your Bags nerf sometime before too long. Could be wrong though. Fresh Karma. I'm pretty sure this is another Go Hard deck. Which means you're not great. I kind of want to keep you in the opener, but I also want 2 drops, but probably not you. If we can avoid it. Yikes. Well, that's not ideal. Okay, at least we got that.
The spirit gives to those who listen. The order rewards its faithful.
Do I even attack here? Guess we do.
Your lesson begins.
Like, these are both just gonna get hit by Go Hard, but it's gonna happen eventually. Might is nice to see when we have a Vi in hand that we're powering up. Probably just gonna chump Wump Rummage this turn. We might actually play out a Vi aggressively.
Rivers shape the land and give it life.
I wonder if we'll see then. Okay, end the round, sure. So we don't have enough. Ooh, we might want to get excited at River Shaper to stop them from drawing a ton of cards. Vi's not quite ready to level yet, so I think we'll start with this. Another one, yeesh. 5, 6, 7, 8. They don't have Ruination mana up. Now the question is, if I do want to get excited the River Shaper, what are we discarding? Is it crazy to discard this smaller Vi? It's either that or the Rummage. They probably have so many ways of drawing cards that I don't know that get excited. Well, get excited on this might be worth it because then this gets in. Pretty sure I'm saving the Might for Vi almost certainly. The question is, what am I hitting with get excited? He's gonna almost certainly trade here.
I see every move.
Okay, with that, now I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get excited, and I think it's the Rummage, or is it Baby Vi? Might be, because if Vi levels up next turn, we just get like Vi's for days. I have a feeling this is wrong, but I think we want to try to.
A gift from the river folk. What form will the waters take?
Breathe in, breathe out.
This actually doesn't do anything. It's already at
Water
full health.
changes but never breaks.
So
One girl wrecking crew.
You're in over your head.
This is gonna feel bad when they vengeance us, but
A gift from the river folk. Waters are still.
if they don't have another blocker, this guy could get in for some damage, which is nice. Go hard numero uno. Oh, I guess not, because the this thing's creating a dragonling. Oh, it's not. That's nice. They do have Ruination mana up. Probably Ruinate here. Okay.
Hit 'em where freeze.
I'm sure we're about to get vengeance, but I think this is what we're gonna try to do. If it works, excellent. If not, oh, okay.
Sharing is caring.
The dark beckons. The times no metal
and magic.
Cool, we can play Riven Vi now. Alright. Karma?
What a warrior but comes to wield a weapon. The heart and mind to aim its strike. Vi stands for vicious. Get back here!
They cannot hide.
So, let's see. If I play this one out... Oh, they have Ruination mana up, huh? It's awkward. I guess we just swing then.
Check out the goods on this one.
Gonna block here almost certainly.
It's too late for you.
Shadow.
We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost.
Maybe fearing a leveled Karma I'm supposed to make them play Ruination. Even if it's by playing a Sump Dredger. Like, we had more Aftershocks in hand. Yeah, maybe this was a mistake. Supposed to make them play it. Then if they want a Karma next turn, we just play out our other Vi. Try again. They could always just Vengeance us another time, but still, I don't think we're winning now, so maybe this was wrong. They're gonna like gain a ton of health. I don't think that the health actually matters. I should play 2 Vi's this turn.
One girl wrecking crew.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to make them Ruinate next turn. This is the first time I've ever really fought this archetype, so I wasn't really familiar with the play patterns that I had to watch out for, so... Oh, that doesn't work the way that... Oh, that's kind of nice.
Here comes the punchline.
Really? Alright. Our opponent wanted it more than us. I don't think we can win at this point, so we'll just move on. Yeah, I think I definitely made a mistake by not forcing them to have Ruination on that, on our last attacking turn, for sure. Could have always just played another Vi and or Riven the following turn, so definitely right to make them have it there. I wasn't really thinking about the inevitability of their deck, so that's definitely my bad. Don't think we want both of our Captain Pharaons in our opener. I do like the Vi. Runeweaver's probably fine. Like, their deck has Mystic Shots and stuff, but a lot of our stuff gets Mystic Shotted, so... having cheap things that can attack in
They'll never know
is
what's hit 'em.
nice.
creature starts with mushrooms.
This matchup, I'm not sure how this matchup goes. I just personally find it very annoying.
Linger in the air.
Let's see.
Who goes there?
To serve the greater good.
Let's not ruffle our feathers.
Deal.
Blessed by snow and stars.
That could be indicative of them not having... Okay, that's a little too much Too much violence.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
So we're one away from getting her to level next turn. Well, no, we don't have enough to play her and play Might, so that's not true. I think we are playing her out, though, to keep Teemo in check. It's also a tougher unit for them to take out. Because, well, she is tough.
Here beyond.
Okay, so the Starlight Seer hit the Starlight Seer.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now. Safety disengaged.
Sighted's kind of nice.
I'm doing this.
Going on mushrooms, definitely not nice.
Eat this!
Fly away while you can.
You know what? Better that now than later. I'm fine with that. Yep.
Can you improve perfection?
I love to smell the mushrooms in the morning.
Okay, our opponent just used a Teemo spell on the Teemo. That's nice to see. See if this can kill him. He might have been saving his defensive options for this moment. Nope.
Go.
Prime and ready. Fire till nothing moves.
What's you looking for?
System upgrade.
Freeze!
Let's not ruffle our feathers. Blessed by snow and stars.
Just borrow it.
That's how we do it!
See if they have a... could see them thermo beaming here. And if they do, we have backup buys plus these mites to play out, which is nice. Now they, even if they have thermo beam, they can't kill the Vi, so let's just play out the pickpocket. Bank 3 spell mana.
This will be a good winter.
Fortunately, Sedge is leveled up, so if they find Sedge plus a way to deal direct damage to us, for the following turn, that's going to be rough. Or if we draw mushrooms. Yeah, that's debatable. Should be dead here.
Coming at ya.
Bunch of reach in hand as well. They could have a bunch of reach in their hand, I suppose. It's not gonna do it. They have a second one.
This will be a good winter.
Still not enough.
Blessed by snow and stars. An auspicious season.
So boom!
And that's a knockout! Come on!
That was a satisfying win, I'm not gonna lie. I find that archetype very, very annoying. So it's satisfying beating them in that way. Okay, discard aggro. It's gonna be is probably a tough one for us. But our deck doesn't have any. I think we gotta just look for like house spiders. Like that's pretty much what we want to see in our opening hand. House spiders, mystic shots. Nope. Pretty much the worst two things we want in our opener. Riven's not bad. Don't need another 3-drop, so yeah, this could be a rough one. If they have a really good start, this is gonna be rough. The top of our deck needs to be pretty hot, I think, to stand a chance. That said, if we do survive, you know, Might and Vi could get them out of nowhere, but it really depends because we're gonna be on the back foot for the first well, for most of the game. Come on, 2-drop. Any 2-drop. Damn it, deck. I mean, this is not the best start from our opponent ever, but it's worth noting that we don't have efficient ways of interacting with what they have going on here. I might actually rummage pretty aggressively looking for something else to do. Guess there's no reason to do it now. We'll see what we draw. There's the 2-drop I wanted a couple turns ago. Riven blocks a Draven, except he can Spinning Axe, but I think that actually might be worth it. Force him to use it there.
And blade, both broken.
No, that's probably not true. We're probably blocking these spiders and just taking 5 or more, because they could have a vision in hand to pair with the Spinning Axe. Looks like they might have a Get Excited in hand that they're debating pairing with the vision we were afraid of.
Now we're cooking.
No looking back.
think I actually aggressively rummage here, looking for Mystic Shot to help save our life total a little bit. The question is, what am I getting rid of? Probably the Might. Vi takes out Draven next turn, so I don't think we do that. Chempunk's probably a bit late at this point, though he's cheap. This is cycling, though, which, again, we might need to actually, like, look for. Okay, didn't get it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're on the 0 outer. Like, I don't think we can actually win at this point.
Vi stands for vicious.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop wasting time. Our opponent had the nuts, and we couldn't find a 2-drop until turn 4. Or either of our Mystic Shots or Get Excited. Card games. That's card games sometimes. There's a reason why the opponent's archetype is and continues to be one of the best aggro decks in the format. Just the burst potential that that deck is able to execute is just incredibly overwhelming. If you stumble even for a little bit, you are in trouble. No, I think we have plenty of 3s. We want 2s. Looking to go a little bit faster in this matchup. Would love it if this Chempunk could get in for 2.
You name it,
Probably not happening, but Vi off the top's nice.
I know what lurks.
I'll trade these off.
Jack
Someone
pocket.
doesn't want to. Vengeance. Okay. Looks like our opponent's playing Vengeance. Surprise, surprise. I might actually just discard that to a Sump Dredger, honestly. Can't really afford to play a card like this.
Skitter out from the darkness.
I mean, I was willing to trade them last round. I'm definitely willing to trade them
Don't be calling
again.
no enforcers.
Although, no. You know what? I'll take 2. If they want to give me a second card, then like, this obviously could imply Go Hard, but opponent now knows what we took from them. So I'm assuming this is getting hit by Go Hard. In which case, what's our next play? Okay, no Go Hard means we're just opening on attacks here.
Check out the goods on this one.
Force them to make this block. Okay, if they just want to keep taking the damage, I'm fine with that. Probably Sump Dredgering away the Vengeance. Yet again.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one.
Just shoot him.
Eyes open.
Potentially very annoying card. I think we'll just bank the spell mana actually here. We'll see what they do on their following turn. Vi. Do we want to play Vi? If we play the Vi this turn, if we run a Might off the top of our deck, we could potentially level her.
Bilge rules, son.
Which is nice. That's fairly unlikely though. Getting a blocker out of the way and like dealing a bunch of damage feels nice though. What do we think? They're obviously running Vengeance. Do we think they have a Vengeance in hand? It's something we're gonna have to fight through anyway. A Vengeance on the Vi now means
Stands for vicious.
we doesn't get hit by a Captain Pharaon later. So that's kind of nice. How aggressive do we want to be leveling this Vi? Can we though? This is +3. Yeah, we're a little ways away. Assuming we see them trade off the board here.
It will all be over soon.
Taking a lot of damage at this point. I was debating denying their draw too, but they have so many cards in hand as is. I don't think it's worth it. We have 9, so I could play House Spider and still Vengeance next turn. I don't want to go too wide. Like, this is a pretty much a must-answer threat as is. But I want to make sure we are spending our resources turn to turn. Go hard on my 1/1. I didn't see that coming. Might actually be fine against a Captain, what you call it, Mr. Ahab over there.
For silver I thought, for gold I feasted.
Keep up, keep up!
I think we'll do this because if they want to play their Pack Your Bags now, push some damage, we could
Try again.
maybe I should just never ever, like, I mean, we have to get through their blockers eventually, and we don't want to take, we want to take as little damage as possible. So they're probably going to play, could definitely see them playing a Pack Your Bags so that they can push damage here. They're not. So do we want to bait it out? Not really, because then we can't play a Vi as a follow-up. So I think, fortunately, we need to pass here.
Hit 'em with trouble coming at ya.
Maybe I'm supposed to play stuff out trying to level her. I don't know. It's unlikely to happen is the problem. We have this Vengeance in hand if they want to play Gangplank.
I pull the strings.
So that's nice. Are we fine using it on that lady? Possibly. Let's see what they do here. Seems pretty aggressive. That makes me think they don't have it in hand or they're saving it for a different situation. Definitely do this. Yep.
Enforcer down. doing this my way.
Okay, they tapped off Ruination mana, so I think this is Captain Pharaon turn, especially if they fail to find a Vengeance. Let's see what else they play. Okay, now they're off of Vengeance.
I'll end this.
So now we really want to see a Might. And I think I might be aggressively digging for it with this Rummage next turn. We'll see what we draw, but I think we need to give her Overwhelm. Get excited. Darn. Man, it's really unfortunate. I mean, there's only 3 of them in the deck, so it's not like it's super likely to happen.
Break their backs.
Move it. Eat this.
I think we try to level Vi here. Is it you? Because you can generate, like, we haven't seen, he's almost certainly ruinating, right? Thinking there's no Vengeance in hand, because I feel like you don't just take this block, you need to Vengeance. So I think we want to do this. Then what are we playing? We're definitely playing one of these things next turn, or this turn.
Justice is served.
Okay, there's a Ruination.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
They love drawing cards so much, it feels like I should probably put mushrooms in their deck.
Pay debt.
You know what, buddy? You want to draw cards? Here, have some mushies. Didn't get one there, but their deck sees a lot of cards.
Go on then.
Watch the ball, folks.
Opponent wants to draw more cards.
If I kill you, I don't fortune. Excuse you. Roar.
We're dead to pack your... I mean, he's just dead to this, right? Like, he can't gain any health. I guess we'll play this. We could open attacks. No, we're not opening attacks here. We're definitely just playing the Destiny, right?
I guess you can win them all.
No mushrooms. Oh, it looks like he discarded some with the thing. After losing a go hard all day, or all week, pretty much, that feels great. Fortunately, still not quite there with platinum. What are we at right now? We're just after an hour. Let's play one more and see if this deck can take us kicking and screaming into platinum, huh? I'm having fun with it too, so. Either way, this will be the last match for this deck, the last match for today. Okay, it looks like Freljord Overwhelm aggro. That'll be interesting. Trying to think about what they play and whether or not this Mystic Shot is good enough. Maybe. Might be okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of low quality card. It's like good against exactly like the 3-1 with the Overwhelm. I think we look for something else. Okay, throw this down. See if we can actually get in. I doubt it. Our opponents, they are an aggressive deck, so they likely have a 2-drop to play here. Riven on our next turn means she starts generating blade fragments, which is nice. Let us get aggressive.
Fight or die.
I think I just go ahead and take this. Trade, while the trade-in's good. Their deck does run things like, whatchamacallit? Troll Chant. So we want to not get blown out by that. Very unlikely our 3/2's getting in anyway, so we may as well kind of force our opponent to make the decision. If they don't want to block there, then we get 3 damage in a card, so it's not bad.
I have the best job.
It's annoying because we can't actually block that unless we want to force them to use the Spinning Axe, which is a question. I'm pretty sure we want to get our Reforges going though, so we're just gonna take this hit when they open attacks. They lose a card, but this is not really a match about card advantage. Definitely more about tempo, so we're gonna fall too far behind if we let them spinning axe away one of our threats. Overwhelm. And that's a Vi, that's not bad. This is just a swing. Obviously they can still spinning axe us here, but then they lose the Draven, so it's not as bad. I think we'll go wide and bank spell mana. If we play another threat, I might play more spooters. Want to bank the spell mana here or just play out more stuff? I would just end the round. It's a Vaughn.
Watch and learn.
See what they're up to.
Time for the moneymakers.
Thought they might go like double axe, or I thought they might go like axe and whirling death. That's definitely a card that they could be running. Yeah, I think it's a Vi turn. See if we can get quick attack off of our. No such luck. Suppose we have this to generate the final blade fragment we need. Their deck does run some interaction though, so it's not that great. What could they do? They could spinning axe this. Well, if I hook just here, what would they need to do? They need to spinning axe like double whirling death. They could also have enough mana to do
Let's get to the fun part.
They have enough mana to do Battle Fury, which is scary. What do you think about this? I'm gonna do it because it's fun.
Justice freeze! For the lost.
Oh, yeah! Draven out.
Mine is the hand of Noxus.
I got ways to find me mushroom.
None shall oppose me.
Let's start with this to help us make a better decision.
It must be done.
Fight as one.
So shooting either of these doesn't change anything. It just gets rid of a potential blocker. I'm probably supposed to kill the Darius fearing decimates and such.
There's still much to answer for.
Then again, their deck doesn't really have reach, so it probably just doesn't matter.
Finally, peace.
Witness true strength.
I guess it could matter because of Whirling Death, but then we just Mystic Shot in response to a Whirling Death. So holding that up is nice, holding that up is nice, so we can play this. We probably want... Okay, never mind. Never mind, our opponent says I don't got anything. That was a sweet win too.
Victory.
Vi and Riven got to do their thing there. That felt awesome. Sweet. No better place to end it there. Awesome. So yeah, final thoughts on this deck. It's awesome. I don't know. It's an archetype I've been playing around with for a little while now. You know, one of the first things I did with Riven when one of the first of the new champions that I played with when the latest expansion came out was actually Victor, in a Victor Vi deck. Because one of the things I liked about it was the fact that we were pairing those two champions with Targon cards, notably a lot of gem generating cards, so that worked really well with Victor's augment mechanic plus his followers such as Nyandroid and the Ballistic Bot to get them really, really large, pump out a lot of damage while also rapidly leveling Victor. And Vi felt great in that deck, and it felt great to pair her with Targon because we had protection for her, but in a deck like this where we can get her to level a lot sooner than most people can expect with cards like Might and with the Riven card, she feels pretty good in here too. And at first, I was trying to find the good pairing for Riven. You know, a lot of people paired her with Victor to start with. I saw some people pairing it with Tarek, which I thought was ideal because, again, you're in Targon in that case. You got access to Bastion to protect your threats as you're building them up. But this combination felt really, really good, and I'm glad I gave it a shot. I'm not really sure, really, what made me decide to do it other than, hey, Vi worked well with gems and Victor creating stuff in that other deck. In theory, she can work really well with the Reforge mechanic because it's just extra card. Your cards are creating cards for you to play to pump her up more easily, and she plays well with pretty much all of the blade fragments. So I feel like this deck is in a really good spot right now. I think this is probably far and away my favorite Riven deck, my favorite way to play Riven. I don't know if it's the best, but I think this is my favorite way to play it for sure. Yeah, and definitely something I am excited to continue playing and tweaking in the future. But that's going to do it for me today, folks. Thanks everyone who stopped by to hang out. We'll catch you next week, next Friday, for more Runeterra. Got some more, you know, awesome decks to play. This game's just great. Love it. So yeah, more stuff coming this Friday. And actually, for the next couple of days, might be doing some online gaming with friends. I think we're going to be playing some Rocket League. Might also play some digital board games. So if you're interested in seeing that, check it out. We'll most likely be streaming that, but if not, we'll have the replays on the YouTube channel otherwise. So that's going to do it for me, folks. Take care and have a great day.